Vernon in white against Decatur in navy blue. Decatur made it to the finals last year, but the Bulldogs from up north stood in their way this year. Grant Leap with 3 of his 30, game high for Leap in this game. Nick Lind had 14. Mount Vernon goes on to win over Decatur 65-42. Mount Vernon 26-0. Lake Washington and Auburn met in Game 6 to decide who would play Mount Vernon in the second round. Kangaroo guards doing the damage in the first half. Joe Morrison knocks down the 3, and that gave Lake Washington a 2-point lead, 33-31. But Auburn came back to take the lead just before the break, and they would not look back. Randy Ashburn with a big night for the Trojans. Jams at home for 2 of his game-high 23. Auburn wins by 10, 73-63. As we take a look at the scores, boys AAA, the winners in white. Richland still alive. They beat Garfield. Next up for the Bombers will be Mercer Island. Prairie over Bothell. Shadle Park beat Lincoln. Mount Vernon advances, and so does Auburn. Ferris got a win. Port Angeles is taking on Columbia River in the 9:30 game. In women's AAA tonight, Tumwater in white at 23-1 against Foss in green at 22-3. The shot blocked by Onita Frazier. Ahead to Tony Craig for the lay-in. Foss built a big lead early in the ball game. Later, it's Leanne Sheets missing her shot for Tumwater. Right there, nice effort, but it won't go in. Jasmine Davis gets the rebound over to Nikki Davis. Up to Shiante Reed for the lay-in, and Foss goes on to get the victory in that ball game. Federal Way taking on Bothell in the next one. Federal Way jumps out to a comfortable lead this morning in the 9 o'clock game. Kristen Sandberg hits the jumper for the Eagles. In the final seconds, though, Bothell with a chance to win. A tough shot by Janae Krell. That was a tough one to make, and she missed it just a bit short. Federal Way wins a thriller, 46-45. So we go to the scoreboard in girls AAA. Federal Way and Lake Washington, 2 of the winners in the tournament there. They move on to the quarterfinals. Mountain View beats Gonzaga Prep by 12. Enumclaw wins. It's Central Valley over Marysville Pilchuck. Kamiakin remains undefeated. Foss gets a victory. Shorewood and Auburn are playing in the late game. In Tacoma, the AA tournament, Tahoma in blue met the Sela Vikings from
boys. This is undefeated #1 ranked Mount Vernon putting the whammy on Decatur. Mount Vernon got a huge game from their big gun. Grant Leap, that guy, scored 30. He's a good one. The Bulldogs win 65-42. They advance. #2 ranked Decatur, Mercer Island against Curtis. And look, Bubbles the chimp has escaped from Neverland. Randy Brown, Fred Brown's talented son, drives here. He had 20 points. The Islanders won big. They stay alive. AAA scores. The boys, Richland over Garfield. Prairie by 20 over Bothell. Shadle handles Lincoln. Auburn knocked off Lake Washington. Ferris wins. Columbia River trailing Port Angeles. They're in the 3rd quarter, still on the floor. To the AAA girls, Eastlake against
snow, we were getting the rain and the wind. Here's what's next for tonight. Decreasing wind. We'll see some scattered showers out there as well, but guess what? More rain is on tap for tomorrow. Sometime mid-morning to late morning or early afternoon, we'll see the rain start up all over again. Doppler radar showing the rain now turning to mostly scattered showers. Most of the shower activity is up in the Cascades and in the foothills, either in the form of rain or snow or a mixture of both. We have another batch of some light to moderate shower moving through the northern sound, and this area looks like it should be affecting you folks up in Bellingham and maybe Everett within the next 45 minutes to an hour. Tonight, cloudy skies, windy conditions until about midnight. We'll see overnight lows range from the mid-30s up around the Bellingham area to the low 40s around the coast. Ocean shores will see 42 degrees, some scattered showers and breezy conditions. Snow up in the Cascades, 4 to 8 inches of snow possible up there. And in eastern Washington, more snow with overnight lows in the 20s and the 30s. Maybe we'll see a mixture of rain or snow around the Tri-Cities and Walla Walla area. Tomorrow, maybe a few sun breaks east of the Cascades, but still a good chance for some scattered showers over there. Highs ranging from the low 40s in Spokane to the low 50s in Yakima and the Tri-Cities. Back home in western Washington, cloudy skies with rain developing once again, and daytime highs in the upper 40s to the low 50s. Here's our extended forecast. I'm shooting for a daytime high of 51 degrees tomorrow here in downtown Seattle with rain, more rain on Monday, and a little bit warmer at 54. A tad bit warmer, maybe a little bit of sunshine for Tuesday and Wednesday, but still a good chance for some rain or rain showers. And then as we move into Thursday, let's try to be optimistic here. Partly sunny skies with a few scattered showers and a daytime high of 56. Overnight lows kind of mild, Mike, into the 40s.
All right, Monty, we're just about ready for springtime. Thanks for watching us. We're going to go back now to Tony Ventrella and Anita Wiggins of the AAA Boys Championship game. Thanks for watching.
Hey, kid, listen to your godfather and I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm giving you free my new dessert pizza topped with M&Ms when you buy a Godfather's Pizza Family Fun Pack. Kids, where'd they go?
Godfather's Pizza's new Family Fun Pack includes a medium specialty pizza and a medium one-topping pizza for just $14.99. And for a limited time, get a free dessert pizza topped with M&Ms.
Pizza, the way pizza was meant to be.
Do it.
I don't shower before work. I email over oatmeal. I take conference calls in my pajamas. Just take a look at the area that I'm highlighting. There. That works. I document conference, I page, I fax, I work out. I get tons done. I still don't shower. I pray we never, ever get video conferencing.
Well, if I had money to tell you what to do, I'd go downtown, buy a Ford truck or two. I'm crazy about a Ford truck.
It's easy to get crazy during Truck Month at your Northwest Ford dealer.
Gonna buy me a Ford truck and cruise it up and down the road.
Get great deals on Motor Trend's Truck of the Year Ford F-150 with over $1,500 and package savings on XLT Super Cab 4x4s or 4x2s.
Gonna buy me a Ford truck and cruise it up and down the road.
Truck Month at your Northwest Ford dealer, home of 5 of the 10 best sellers in America. Again.
The Mount Vernon Bulldogs are one win away from a perfect season. No one has beaten them this year. A win over Paris last night put Mac Fraser's team in position to win it all here in the King Dome tonight.
This is what the kids dream about. This is why they play. It just means everything to them.
Mercer Island lost to Mount Vernon a week ago in the district final. The Islanders earned another chance to play the Bulldogs by beating Prairie last night in the semifinals. Once again, Ed Peppel has taken his team to the state finals.
It's been their dream. They vowed to do it, and now they're there, and I tell you what, it's an incredible feeling for them.
Mercer Island meets Mount Vernon for the AAA Boys State Championship.
The 1997 State Basketball Championships are sponsored with pride by the Dairy Farmers of Washington. By your Northwest Ford dealers, home of 5 of the 10 best sellers in America, again. And get yourself down to Black Angus and get cozy with great steak dinners and a whole lot more.
Live from the King Dome in Seattle, it's the WIAA Dairy Farmers of Washington AAA State Boys High School Championship game. Mercer Island against Mount Vernon, a terrific matchup here at the King Dome tonight. Hi everybody, I'm Tony Ventrella with Bill Rocky, who together with me for the last 15 or so years, maybe 25, 30 years, I don't know, have covered this championship game at all levels. We've seen it all, and I'll tell you one thing we saw last night was Mercer Island winning in the semifinals due mostly to the efforts of one player.
Right, Tony. Brian Brown came to the rescue when he had to in the fourth quarter last night. 19 points in the quarter. He brought the Islanders back, and he's the big reason. I think they're here today. Nobody will argue that.
Shooting effort that people have not seen in many years in the championship game or in any game as far as that goes. But they're up against a Mount Vernon team that's had a terrific year, undefeated coming into this one, beat Mercer Island by 14 a couple of weeks ago. It's going to be a great championship battle. Reporting from opposite side of the court tonight will be Brent Riggenbaugh, who is with a guy who knows a lot about Brian Brown. Let's go over to Brent.
Thanks a lot, Tony. It was worth the price of admission just to be able to sit next to Fred Brown. Fred, you played in many big games in this building, and now tonight your son has a chance to win a state title. Did you give him any advice today?
I did. I gave him some very important advice. I told him to go out and have fun, enjoy himself. This is a state tournament. You know what? You've been there before. You know how to have fun. Enjoy it.
It's really uncanny when Brian shoots the ball, how much he resembles you and how you used to shoot the ball. Does it ever look like you're watching yourself out on the court?
Last night, for a while there, I thought I was watching myself. But, you know, I take bits and pieces of all of my kids and what they've done. And Fred and Tarek and Brian, you know, it's all a part of what we do as a family, and it all comes from their mom. and they're having fun. You know, he's got a smile on his face that beats anything.
Great. Well, good luck tonight, Fred. And Tony, it's going to be a great game. I think Mount Vernon and Mercer Island are going to have an outstanding performance against each other. We'll toss it back to you now.
Well, I tell you, you're right about that. The game is about matchups, Bill, as you know, and we got some terrific ones tonight. Just tell me about one in particular that comes to mind.
The one guy the Islanders are going to have to worry about is Grant Leap. He scored 17 a game for Mount Vernon, and for Mercer Island to really control this game, they're going to have to deal with him, slow him down inside. Mount Vernon likes to go to him, and he's their go-to guy.
All right, it's the Bulldogs of Mount Vernon against the Islanders of Mercer Island, AAA Boys State Championship at the Kingdome. After this break, we'll be right back.
Gentlemen, our future rests on the success of this cookie.
Yes, CW, but what do we name it?
How about Wafericious? Twist out cookie.
I've got it! Chocolama!
What about you, Hurley?
Oreo.
Hurley, you're a genius.
Got milk?
Some days I'm so hungry I'll eat anything that's not nailed down. Fast, cheap, easy, now. Other days, I want something that tastes great and really satisfies. A real meal. And it's worth the ride to get what I want.
Cruise to Taco Time and grab hold of chicken, beef, or veggie wraps. Each more than a pound of stuff you love. Guacamole, sour cream dressing, cheddar, stuffed in aroma tomato tortilla. Fresh, great taste you'll love. Taco Time wraps.
Fans, just a reminder, early this evening. We need your help and cooperation with the WIA regulations, sitting down during most of the action.
Back live at the championship game.
School supervisors.
If you've been around since early in the evening, you saw a terrific second half comeback by Federal Way to win the girls' championship. Now it's time for the boys' championship game. Mercer Island against Mount Vernon. The Bulldogs in the white uniforms, you're watching them warm up now. And you know, I was thinking before I read the statistics, Bill, that, gee, wouldn't it be something if this team come through and win the title and stay undefeated? And then I realized that for the last 3 years, that's exactly what's happened. So it's not unusual.
That's right, Tony. 2 years ago, Evergreen finished 26-0. They won the whole thing 95. Last year, that great Seahome team finished 30-0, beat Decatur in the final. And if Mount Vernon can do it again, we'd have 3 straight undefeated teams, and that'd be pretty amazing.
Now, you know, they did play a couple of weeks ago in district play, and it was not a close game by the final score. 51-37, Mercer Island winning, and yet how would you explain that people are calling for a close game tonight? What happened in the end of that game?
The first 3 quarters of that game, Tony, were actually pretty competitive, and it could have gone either way. The Bulldogs pulled away in the 4th quarter, and the score finished up 51-37, but really it was that 4th quarter that made the difference, and Mercer Island didn't have a good quarter, and Mount Vernon did.
That was pretty much the name of that game. Wow.
That's right.
The new nets are back up. The Kingdome is crowded. And we are set for championship basketball.
You know, Tony, it's amazing. You look over at Ed Pepple and what he's accomplished, and the fact that he's been coaching for 40 years, and he hasn't lost that enthusiasm. It's just like his first year. He's just excited, just like he was a rookie.
You're telling me, I'm sure when he gets to the championship game, and he's been here before, he probably does feel like a rookie. And he's got a relative on the team, right, Bill?
That's right. His grandson, Matt Logie, is on the team. Matt's a sophomore, and you know, there's a lot of speculation, will Ed ever retire? But you gotta believe if his grandson's only a sophomore, he's at least going to stick around till he's a senior.
Well, you would think so. Painted faces abound tonight at this championship game. We'll be back with the opening lineups in just a minute.
Sears Driving School is teaching America to drive.
I learned to drive with Sears Driving School. It's the best money I've ever spent. And they helped with all the arrangements.
Sears helped me get on the road quickly and with confidence. They do it all.
At Sears, our goal is to make you a good, safe driver.
And you can charge your driving lessons on your Sears or Discover card. We have complete adult and teenage courses. Feel relaxed and confident while learning how to drive. Call Sears Driving School.
It's Bargain World's spring sale. Don't miss the 12 hours of extra bargains this Monday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. All pre-owned merchandise will be half price. That's right, 50% off all toys, all furniture, all housewares, and 50% off all pre-owned clothing, infants to adults. Don't miss these special savings at Bargain World, your fashion alternative thrift store where our pre-owned merchandise is half price Monday only, and the friendly service is always free. Bargain World in Kent, Puyallup, and Spanaway.
Back live at the Kingdome for the AAA Boys Championship game. Boy, there is a painted face for you.
Yeah, I was wondering about that stuff. What is that stuff? They all have paint on their faces.
I hope it comes off. That would be my only concern. Cheering sections from both teams tonight as we pan the crowd. The Mount Vernon fans, the Mercer Island fans. There they are, some of the kids from Mercer Island. And neither team, Bill, a stranger to championship play. We look back at in the days of Tim Caviezel and company.
That's right.
They were a AA team.
That's right. Mac Frazier's got quite a program going up in Mount Vernon. Very similar to Ed Peppel's tradition he's got going to Mercer Island. These are two solid programs. There's a reason why these two teams are here, year in and year out. There's a reason.
And the other reason, of course, being they keep the sport going in their towns, in the grade school level and junior high level, middle school, and the recreation programs. And it pays off, not just in winning, but in higher grade point average, better participation level, and school spirit, and all those positive things.
Both Ed Peppel and Mac Frazier stress those things too. The team's what's important, and they stress that from the day the guys are sophomores to the day they graduate when they're seniors. It's very important.
Now take a look around. You see some little bit of body paint going on in the crowd too.
That's right. Yeah, I don't know. I still want to know what that stuff's made of. Maybe some of these guys, they were in the tournament last year in Mercer Island here. Maybe those guys just left it on all year.
I think so. I think that's what happened. There's no doubt about it.
Confidence. They knew they were going to come back.
Here's my old fishing hat. Got a couple of winter caps going there.
That's nice you lent it to him.
Something from the military store.
Yeah, but we can't tell who he is. He or she is.
And tonight, of course, the home team will be in the white uniforms. That'll be Mount Vernon. Not that it means anything, except that one team wears the white uniforms and one wears the dark. Mercer Island in the maroon uniforms.
Everybody. Welcome to the
And Mount Vernon in the white uniforms. So getting set now for the announcement of the starting lineup. So we're going to go to the PA announcer when he gets underway with that. Boy, the crowd is loud. They are psyched up and ready to go for championship basketball.
Well, we've been doing this all week, so let's give a nice welcome to the cheerleaders from Mount Vernon and Mercer Island. A nice round of applause. Thank you. And now let's meet the supporting players. First from the visitors from Mercer Island. Number 52, Josh Fisher. Number 24, Matt Logie. Number 10, David Hughes. Number 40, Seth Greenberg. Number 21, Jamian McCallum. Number 42, Andrew Enval. And number 33, Will Russell. And now the supporting players from the Mount Vernon Bulldogs. Number 3, Jordan Bell. Number 10, Mark Campbell. Number 20, Scott Collins. Number 23, Casey Garman. Number 24, Josh Marisich. Number 33, Matt McManus. And number 42, Danny McManus. The delay for the starting lineups. Now, here are the starting lineups first. Beginning at a guard for the Islanders, a 6'2" sophomore, number 3, Elliot Brasse Freeman. For the Bulldogs, a 6-foot junior, number 21, Don Holloman. At a guard for the Islanders, a 6-foot senior, number 11, co-captain, Dyron Mobley. At a forward. At a forward for Mount Vernon, a 6'3" senior, co-captain, number 25, Eric Kruger. At a forward for Mercer Island, a 6'5" sophomore, number 34, Tyler Bessecker. For the Bulldogs, a 6'7" junior forward, number 30, Grant Leap. At a forward for Mercer Island, a 6'3" senior, co-captain, number 32, Brian Brown. At center for Mount Vernon, a 6'8" sophomore, number 32, Brian Whitehead. At center for the Islanders, a 6'5" junior, number 44, Ben Jordan. And at a guard for the Bulldogs, a 5'11" senior, co-captain, number 43, Nick Lynn. And the head coach for the Islanders is Mr. Ed Peppel. His assistants are Gary Patterson, Adam Setesnik, Travis DeCure, Lance Davenport, Kyle Peppel, and Scott Diedrichson. The head coach for the Bulldogs is Mac Frazier. His assistants are Scott Stromer, Jim Cucci, Jeff Scott, and Kurt Johnson.
And the officials for tonight's game, I always love the way they pose for us. Scott Federle and Kenny McDougall.
They look like referees, don't they?
They look like refs. They look serious and ready to go.
They got that look.
The official scorekeeper is Bill Bockwell. My name is Paul Heist.
It's going to be real interesting, Tony, to see who can jump out here. I think Mercer Island would love to get control of this from the start and let Mount Vernon know that last week didn't matter, and this is going to be a new game. Mount Vernon, on the other hand, would like to just show Mercer Island that last week was no fluke, and right now they're undefeated and nobody's beat them.
Well, the keys to the game, Bill, as we get set for the opening tip, pretty simple. Controlling the boards is one of them.
That's right. Mercer Island has got to be tough on the boards, and Brian Brown, who knows if he can do what he did last night. Mount Vernon's going to have to deal with that. And poised by both teams. It's going to be interesting to see who handles this pressure of the state championship.
All right, the Bulldogs of Mount Vernon control the tap early, but it's quickly stolen back by Mercer Island. Here are the Islanders back on offense. And quickly, they are in control of the ball. Brasse Freeman.
The Islanders start 2 sophomores, Tony.
Yep, they do. Dyron Mobley to the baseline. Up with a shot off the glass, no good. Rebound, Brian Brown. Back out it goes to Jordan. Jordan bounce pass inside, Brasse Freeman. Up, layup is good.
Nice drive to the basket by the sophomore. I guess early going, the pressure's not bothering him a bit.
Well, Ed Peppel is the kind of guy that starts people that work well on fundamentals, and if he's got sophomores that do it, then they'll be in the lineup.
Talked about Grant Leap right off the bat. Mount Vernon goes to him, and pretty sure that's what they're going to want to do all day.
First personal foul. Team foul number 1.
2-0 early lead here for the Islanders of Mercer Island. Inbound the ball for Mount Vernon. Stolen away by Mobley, and it's knocked away, and Mobley will go to the free throw line.
First 2 possessions, Mount Vernon's had trouble controlling the ball. They had a little trouble that last night in the semifinals, too.
Out of bounds, Mercer Island.
Possession foul here. Mercer Island controls the ball. Mobley wasn't quite in the act of shooting. Brian Brown, 32, trying to inbounds it. Gets it underneath, back to Brown, looking to shoot. Blocked underneath, a beautiful defensive play by Whitehead. And it's Whitehead with the ball. Mercer Island losing it and controlled by Mount Vernon.
Tony, we talked about the two sophomores on Mercer Island. Whitehead's a sophomore too.
Sorry, Bill, Grant Leap shot goes off the top of the backboard. It'll be the Islanders' ball.
It's always fun to watch sophomores in a game like this. You're not sure what they're going to do, but they've played a lot of games this year, so in a way they're not sophomores anymore.
Well, that's true.
They're almost juniors.
They're close. Brown inside to Freeman. Shoots, scores. So far, Elliott's got all the points for Mercer Island. 4-0 Islanders. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt, but not too much. Leap with the ball. Bumps up against. Now there's a tie-up by Prasse Freeman
right now.
And it will be, because of the possession arrow, it will be Mercer Island basketball.
I think after what happened last night, everybody's kind of anticipating what Brian Brown's first shot's going to look like. He hasn't taken one yet, but I don't think it'll be long before that changes.
Well, he lit it up last night, but during the season he averaged 11.1, so he didn't do that a lot during the year, but he sure did it when it counted.
And I think last night he realized somebody had to do it, and he was the one. He
got
really
the job done. Islanders control. Shot is short by Mobley. Rebound pulled down by Mount Vernon. 4-0 Mercer Island, early first quarter championship game. Holloman inside Leap. Leap comes up short as he drives to the hoop. Rebound pulled down by Mercer Island. Prasse Freeman.
Tough pass out of bounds there. Mercer Island will control.
Islanders control the ball. Brian Brown setting his offense here. Looking to inbounds it, and he does to Mobley. Back out to Freeman. Freeman back to Mobley on the left side of the key. Underneath it goes to Brown, puts it on the floor, turns around, 15-foot jumper, good.
Brown for two.
Well, I guess there's the answer to that question.
6-0 Islanders. First 2.5 minutes gone by in the first quarter of this ball game. Mount Vernon still looking for the first points. Grant Lee pulls the ball high over his head, puts it on the floor, drives the baseline, 5-footer, good. Now that was more of a 2-footer. 6-2.
Nice little drive to the basket by Grant. He's only a junior, so he'll be back again next year from that, Frazier.
Mobley controls out to Brown. In the corner, it goes to Bessiker. His shot off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Whitehead. To Lind, rather.
Both teams kind of feeling each other out here. They're trying to figure out who's going to get the momentum.
Holloman's pass underneath, intended for Kruger, goes out of bounds. So it's Islander ball.
Number 20, Scott Collins, into the Mount Vernon lineup.
Interesting thing about these two teams next year, where everybody's going to either be 4A or 3A, both these teams will be 3A next year.
So this could happen
turnovers
again.
right now, Tony. Mount Vernon's got 4 of them. Mercer Island still with no turnovers.
Mobley from the corner. And it is an 8-2 ball game. Mobley with 4 points in the game. There's the steal. Islanders go back up with it. Prasse Freeman out to Mobley. 5-footer, no good, in and out. Rebound comes down to Mount Vernon. There's a foul.
We talked about Mercer Island trying to be aggressive underneath the rebounding. So far, they seem to be doing a pretty good job controlling things.
Besseker called for the foul. Mount Vernon with the ball. They trail 8-2 with 4:20 to go in the first quarter. The championship game. Across the half-court line, Scott Collins, top of the key. Inside it goes to Whitehead. Collins. Lind.
They're looking inside, Tony, but Mercer Island's cutting off the middle pretty well.
Well, they are doing a nice job. Shot by Whitehead, knocked away. Rebound, Mercer Island. Here comes Prasse Freeman. Stops the free throw line, was going to shoot. Instead, passes off. The shot is short by Bessiker, and it'll be Mount Vernon ball again. The Bulldogs in white, they trail 8-2 with 3:40 to go first quarter. Driving down the lane, Grant Leap misses the layup. Rebound, Mercer Island. Down it comes to Brown over the half-court line. about 10 feet from the basket. Hands it off to Bessiker. He drives, blocked by Leap. Mobley's got it.
Nice defense there by Grant Leap, Tony.
Bessiker inside, a nice pass inside to Jordan, and Jordan hits the 3-foot jumper. 10-2 Mercer Island.
Well, this is exactly what Ed Pepple wanted to see. His team getting out of the gate, controlling what's going on in the early goings. Right now, they're up by 8.
Doc Collins, one of the team for the point guard position, gets it inside to Grant Leap. He puts it on the floor, spins a couple of times, drives in, and scores. 10-4 ball game.
Into the Mercer Island lineup, number 52, Josh Fisher.
Ed Pepple making a couple changes here.
There is an official timeout.
Timeout on the court, 10-4. Mercer Island with a lead, 2:49 to go in the first quarter. We'll be right back.
Have you been thinking about getting some new golf equipment? Well, there will never be a better time than now at Pro Golf Discount, because we're having our annual half-price golf sale. We've got a ton of golf equipment at half price. Not everything, but a huge assortment of bags at half price, balls at half price, shoes at half price, even clubs at half price. At Pro Golf Discount, you get the best for less. The Pro Golf half-price sale is going on now, so hurry in for best selection.
Thank you, Gary.
10-4 Mercer Island. First quarter of play of the AAA championship game. Tony Ventrella, Bill Rocky, Brent Regenbaugh bringing you all the action from on the court, from in the crowd. Josh Fisher is reported into the game for MI.
Josh, another sophomore, Tony. Pretty young Mercer Island team.
Josh wearing number 52. Islanders with the ball. Crosse Freeman, number 3, into Mobley. Mobley's on the right side of the key. Back to Freeman in the corner. Freeman down the lane, shoots, just missed the layup. It's pulled down by Mount Vernon with the rebound. Got to put some points up. Grant Leap, shot blocked by Brown. Knocked ahead from Mobley to Brown. Brown waiting for his teammates. Crosse Freeman slows things down as he controls the ball. Back over to Fisher, just in the lineup. Fisher with a 5-footer, a little bit hard off the glass. And there's going to be a foul. Fisher's going to the line.
Nice drive there by Josh Fisher. Tony, Mercer Island has taken it to Mount Vernon right from the start.
Number 52, Josh Fisher, shooting.
Drive into the hoop whenever they can. .62 sophomore makes the first of 2, and Mercer Island's lead is up to 7.
Come on, guys, back to 11.
And this is that second one. It's one out.